Okay, we're recording? Yeah, we're recording. Okay, cool. How's everyone doing? Well, it finally happened. I think people were predicting it was going to happen sooner or later. You got two big guys, big egos, a lot of pride. All it was going to take was something, and eventually there'd be a snap there. I think it was the mooch, Anthony Scaramucci, kept saying that Trump couldn't stand this guy. Now, how much of this is true, and how much of this is just bitter going back and forth online and throwing insults, given how these two guys are. I don't know. But market's reacting, and CNBC is reporting. Tesla says tumble 12% as Musk Trump spat over budget bill boils over. It's more than that now, down almost 15%. That's insane. Shares fell 12% on Thursday as CEO Elon Musk and President Donald Trump traded barbs over spending bill. The drop comes as shares in the EV maker saw a 22% rally in May, with Musk wrapping up his time as head of Trump's Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. There's a quote: "Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House and the Republicans would be 51 to 49 in the Senate," Musk posted on X. Now that is going to really upset Trump. Because if there's one, because Trump likes to take glory all for himself, and quite frankly, I mean, let's be very clear here, Elon Musk did put, what was it, $250 million, $250 million into the swing states and won them for him. I don't, obviously, it's impossible to tell for sure, but I think there's an argument there. It certainly adds a level of credibility to certain people who looked at Elon Musk as this revolutionary, this innovative guy who was creating, these amazing techs for the future, the cars, the AI, the medical, what's it called now, the neurochips that go in the brain to help with you've lost the ability to walk, and also as well SpaceX. So let's keep on reading here. Shares of Tesla fell 20% on Thursday. Elon Musk President spared trade barbs over spending bill making its way through Congress. Trump spoke to the Oval Office on Thursday and said that Musk was upset that the EV credits were not included in the bill. I can understand why he'd be upset. I think it was more than that. He was saying, why were EV credits removed when credits for like large oil companies were kept in? He was saying that to him this wasn't fair, and I can understand that. Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if there will be I don't know if we will be anymore. We will anymore, Trump said in the Oval Office on Thursday. I was surprised. Whatever, Musk fired back as the president spoke. Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would be down. He posted on X, okay, space what we said before. Musk, the world's richest man in recent days, has threatened to make lawmakers who voted for the bill face primary elections and called for the bill a disgusting abomination. I remember that. He said a bill could either be beautiful or big, but not both, marking a significant shift in the comments about his administration. Well, I think the whole point for Musk, quite frankly, was the idea that for him, Doge was the idea. It was like, no, it's costing us too much. We're spending too much money. We're gonna collapse. It's for him. It was an existential threat, a serious thing that had to be contended with. And I guess for him, maybe he's realizing, yo, bro, okay, I thought you cared about this. I thought Trump cared about this kind of thing. Although, let's be very clear here. Musk said that they would find, what, $2 trillion of spending they'd be able to remove and get rid of, and they got rid of, like, what was it, 150 billion or something like that, or maybe like even half that, I'm not sure. This is a handful of things. The fall in shares comes after EVs make us a 20% rally made despite weak sales. Yeah, that's true, actually. Very weak sales. I think in Europe it's down by like half or something like that. They lost, I think, 70% of their revenue. I know where I'm from in Canada, like no one's buying these, no one's buying Teslas. And a large chunk of that, I've got to be honest. I mean, I think Kara Swisher had a really good point on this. When was the last time that like they made a new car? Like, I remember the Model 3 come out years ago. I haven't seen any new concepts or anything cool or different or exciting. It's just like the three models, and plus the Cybertruck, which as far as I'm concerned is like not a complete thing. It's like it was released too soon. It's not even finished yet. It's put together by glue, you know? Shares at around 30% as Musk has spoken out against the budget. Since my special government employee terminated on Friday, he appeared at odds with the Trump administration, has gone to full assault against the president in the tax bill. One of the things about Elon is that on the Bill Water said on Squawk Box, he is someone who's not exactly collaborative in these things, and he was seriously upset. Well, yeah, of course, he's used to getting his. Both of these men are used to getting their own way all the time. Man, $5 trillion debt ceiling. CNBC report tried to convince Trump, the GOP, that the members. Wow, that's crazy. Actually, can you see this if I open this up here? Yeah, yeah, cool. Okay, we can see. Okay, well, this is yeah, okay, we can see it. Okay, well, this is Tesla, right? I really need two screens for this. Thinking about it. So this is Tesla. And if you have a look here, it's basically been flat for like what, the last 4.5 years? It's basically gone nowhere. 16%. My God. This thing is down. Look at that. It's crazy. Trump threatens to cancel. Okay. Axios. Trump threatens to cancel Musk's government contracts as feud boils over. President Trump suggests he would cancel billions of dollars on government contracts with Elon Musk's companies, accusing the former advisor and biggest political donor of going crazy. Wow. We're there, huh? We really are there. Why it matters. The close relationship between the two, the most powerful men in the world, which true, by the way. President of the United States, world's most richest man. Musk escalated the conflict dramatically in a tweet, claiming that Trump would have lost the election without him. We said that before. Such ingratitude. Easiest way to save money in a big budget bill. What's this? So obvious and so sad. Ah. Okay. So here's the reference here. Elon was wearing thing. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate and forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months what I was going to do, and he just went crazy. What else has he said here? Four hours ago. I cannot believe the government has extended that ceiling. That's from 2013. Oh, wow. He really is going for him. 20 million views. What else has he said? Don't reply. God damn it. I don't want to sign up to X. Okay, I guess that's all I'm going to see here. I really don't want to sign up to X. It's a cesspool. Quick catch up. Elon had a great relationship. German Chancellor. Asmus, ongoing criticisms. He was very surprised. I am very disappointed in Elon, Trump said. I've helped Elon a lot. He replied. Oh, here we go. Whatever. Okay. Keep the EV solar incentive cuts in the bill, although the oil and gas subsidies are untouched, very unfair, but ditch the mountain of disgusting pork in the bill. In the entire history of civilization, there has never been legislation that was both big. That's what I said. Both big and beautiful. Everyone knows this. Either you get a big ugly bill or a slim beautiful bill. Slim and beautiful is the way. Oh, well, okay. Well, reply say, and of course I have to. Maybe I'll set up another time, but I just a cesspool right now, quite frankly. Since then, Musk has urged followers on X to call their representatives to kill the bill. What else do we have here? 3 hours ago, 20 hours ago. An update on this. Musk plus Trump. Without me, Trump would have lost. A alliance between Trump and the megatech billionaires and moguls. Definitely. Whatever. Okay, it's the same stuff.
We've been watching President Trump in the Oval Office with the German Chancellor, and a lot to get to here. But
hold on, did all this happen like whilst the German Chancellor was there? So Chancellor Trump. Was all this happening whilst he was in there?
As you know, but we were straightening out some of the points, having to do mostly with rare earth, magnets, and some other things.
So those reduced trade tariff rates, they remain in effect?
Yeah, we have the deal. I mean, we've had a deal. We announced the deal, and we'll be, I guess you could say, I wouldn't even say finally, some of the people that we've been watching, we say, where do these people come from? How is that possible? No, we want to have fun.
You know, we'll have to search for it later on.
the most interesting and perhaps important issue, political issue and policy issue, is what President Trump said about his now former friend, at least it seems, Elon Musk. And I want to go to Elena Treen at the White House. Elena, it seems as though we saw kind of the unraveling of a bromance real time. And what our viewers saw was what it turned out to be one side of a fight. The other side was Elon Musk real time using his platform X to respond and kind of push back on many of the things that President Trump said. We're going to show our viewers what happened, but I want you to kind of give a sense of what brought us to this extraordinary moment. Just going to show our viewers what happened, but
I'm rolling for more cuts in the bill. It's big, but it's not beautiful yet. The Senate's job is to make the bill better before sending it back to us. The House's job is to pass Dodge decisions in ear for a country. Okay.
I want you to kind of give a sense of what brought us to this extraordinary moment just a few days after he...
So basically, they're both accusing each other of lying. That's the vibe I'm taking away from this, is that they're both just throwing barbs. Trump's basically saying he's crazy, he's nuts, he's a madman, what the hell's going, it's such a disappointment. And then Musk's basically sort of turning around and saying, well, no, he's lying, he did this, he did that.
He gave a big glowing goodbye to Elon Musk from the White House.
Yeah, it's not even a week, Dana, since we saw them both praise each other from the Oval Office days later now. And actually the first time reporters are actually having the opportunity to ask the president about this since that moment. We're now seeing this completely fraying relationship on full display. It's very remarkable given just how close I know, my colleagues here at the White House, and I know that the president and Musk have been for months now, really him being one of the president's favorite people on this White House complex. I want to give you a sense just of some of the key things I took away from the president's comments. Overall, though, I would note as well that his tone was strikingly somber when discussing this, and really you could see that it saddened him. Almost. You could see kind of the emotion in his tone and on his face as he was discussing this. He said, quote, "I've always liked Elon." He said I was very surprised. He said he would have rather had him criticize him directly rather than the spending bill that the president has been working tirelessly with his team to try and muscle through Congress. He said, and this to me was maybe the most notable quote from the president, he said, look, Elon and I had being a very key word here, had a great relationship. I don't know if we will anymore. He said he was very disappointed in Musk. He went on to add that Musk knew about the, quote, inner workings of the bill very intimately.
Musk claims that he had no idea about it, and a few people are saying it was rushed through, but I'm not too sure how much I believe that. There's always a draft or a version in which your staff can look.
And claimed that he only started to take issue with it and had a problem with it once he left the administration, but also once he learned of the breadth of the electric vehicle mandate, really the credits that are being revoked in this bill that, of course, could and will impact Tesla. We also did see, as you mentioned, Dana, Musk respond to this just moments ago on X. He had really been posting throughout the entire time the president was speaking, but then he did post, made this one post linking to a video of the president making these comments about him, and said, keep the EV mandates in the bill, but get rid of the pork and the rest of it. He said you could have an ugly big bill or a slim and beautiful bill. So clearly showing, actually at the top of that post, he said, quote, whatever, really showing, you know, where he stands on this. All to say, I mean, if you just look at months ago, particularly leading up.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to leave it there because we're basically going over the same thing over and over again. But I will be talking more about this going forward, obviously. But yeah, well, I mean, look, to me, it was bound to happen sooner or later, purely and simply because, you know, these two guys never really meshed. They were very different. I think Elon they're both powerful and ego driven. So yeah. But anyway. Oh well, take care guys. Bye.